breathtaking right there, but I just wanted to make sure I wrote a note down about that because I'm definitely going to make that video for him. I just got to find that right dog to make that right video, so that way we can really get it animated and show you that. And you could see that on our Facebook page, which is going to be at Blue Line Canine Dog Training, or you can also follow me at Michael J. Solar Dog Talk. So those are the two Facebook pages you can see, and we'll post them on both of them in case you're not on both. But again, looking at things like that. So this is what we want with our callers, to be interactive with us. Give us some friendly information that you're looking to know, and that way we can either shoot the videos for you, we can get the training tips out there. And again, even if you don't even have a training tip, you might have some advice or maybe a dog experience you want to tell us about. Tell us what good parks are in the area. I mean, we are in the Baltimore radio station, so we're covering all of Maryland here. So if you're in different parts of Maryland and you want to tell us about different dog parks that you like and enjoy, sorry about that, that's going to be sort of a key here, is to share with everybody. I want this show to really bring us all together. You know, I don't want anybody to feel excluded. So if you're a dog trainer, if you're a kennel host, if you're a veterinarian and you want to come on the show and share some of your advice or information or do's and do nots, you know, it's going to be a great way to, you know, share with everybody and bring us all together. I mean, let's help each other out. I know one of the big questions that pops up a lot of times for me is, you know, picking the right kennel. They give me a call all the time. And they're like, hey, Mike, I'm going on vacation. I don't want to leave my dog, but, you know, the cruise ship doesn't allow my dog, even though my dog is so loving and awesome. But apparently the cruise ship just doesn't allow the dog. You know, should we get a pet sitter? Should we go to a dog kennel? What do you think? And really, it's going to come down to, what do you think as an owner? You know, do you prefer to have, you know, someone coming into your home to keep your dog at your residence? Do you feel it's more important to have your dog go into a kennel? You know, again, it's risk factors. Do you trust the people coming into your home? Are you willing to give your key to somebody, versus, you know, putting your dog at a dog kennel? And then how do you pick the right kennel? Do they have to have indoor, outdoor runs? Do they have to have a daycare facility so the dogs get to interact with other dogs? How about Wi-Fi cameras? You know, hey, you know, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I want to be out on the, you know, the cruise ship and say, hey, there's my dogs, you know, hanging out and enjoying themselves. So there's so many different things that you can look at and figure out how to do. So again, you know, this is where the callers are coming in. I got some Facebook Live stuff here on our comments. I just don't know how to get to them. So I do apologize to everybody on Facebook Live. I don't know how to use the comment section here on this thing. I'll try to figure it out on my next commercial break. But right now, let's get into dog kenneling here. So picking the right kennel. So one of the big things for me when it comes to picking the right kennel has always been, I want to be able to check out the facility at any point in time with no questions asked. So what I typically do is I would go and look for 3 to 5 different kennels in my area and look at their reviews. First and foremost, I look at their reviews. And a lot of times, you know, you're going to find those great reviews on every single one of them. And that's fantastic. So now you're going to come up with your own objectives and own rules to say, is this the one for me or not? So for me, I have a police canine, and I have a personal protection dog that I used to do sports with, as well as a puppy. So I have 2 dogs that are actually trained to, let's say, apprehend people, and one that's a puppy. So picking that, I have to take that into consideration. So maybe for me, picking the daycare-ish facility is not in my best interest, because that could cause a problem down the road. You know, I don't really need my dog socialized with the other dogs, because you know, what happens? Something bad happens. But for you, that might be a really good scenario. You know, maybe your dog's very dog friendly. You might have multiple dogs that hang out with each other, and you would love for them to just play in a room together with different toys and interaction with, you know, different staff. So that's a good way of looking at it. For me, what I would do is I would go to the facility and I would ask for them to give me a tour. And if they tell me that I need to make an appointment or something like that, that would be a nick right off. I would be done with them. I wouldn't even bother trying to put them into my roster of consideration, because the question that comes up to me is, why? What are you hiding? If you're worried about it being dirty, well, I'm not worried about it being dirty. That's fine. Dogs go to the bathrooms. Dogs have accidents. Dogs are going to bark. I know that. I'm a dog person. So I'm going to want to check out your facility and look at it that way. And that's something I'm going to be looking at. And if you guys own a kennel, or you know people that run a kennel or something like that, and you want to chime in and help me out with this is great. Again, you can give us a call at 410-583-1057, and that way you can get in on this conversation and feed into this and tell me some things for you guys. But again, like for me, going back into it is going to be, hey, I want to check out your facility. So first and foremost, did you let me go check out your facility? Yes? Great. Now we're going to be in the back of the kennel, and we're going to be looking around. The next thing I look at, again, is going to be having the dog run. So I want my dogs to be able to go in and out with the least amount of human interaction. So do they get to go outside through a doggy door in the kennel, so they still have an outdoor-indoor run, so my dogs can get some exercise, stretch their legs? There's nothing wrong with that. I have a Belgian Malinois and 2 German Shepherds, so they're going to need some space. So I'm going to want to give them, large kennels. I'm going to want to give them that space. So that's something that I look for. Again, that's for me. I look for little interaction. Now, there's other kennels that I've gone to that don't have that, but still provide the little interaction. It's just the design of them. And again, that's why you want to go and take that tour. So I would ask them, how do you get the dogs out? How do you get the dogs in? How many times a day do the dogs get to go out? What's your record keeping? Talk to the staff, see what's going on, find out how they're doing it, what they're doing, why they're doing it. Again, record keeping for them, there are a lot of times they hang it right on a kennel. Most of the time they're not going to let you see somebody else's. That's a privacy thing. So I definitely agree with that one, not letting you see that kind of stuff. But you can ask them. You can ask them for a blank one. Can I see it? How often is it filled out? What's going on? What time are meal times? What time are they allowed to do certain things? And that's where we go from there. Looks like we have a caller. It's going to be Mel from Lithicum with puppy biting. Mel, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. So what can we help you with today?
Listen, I have a 5-month-old border collie that my son bestowed upon me.
Okay.
And we love her to death, but she's always nipping at our hands.
Okay.
And she's always, if we walk down the hall or something, she's always going for our clothing and our feet.
Okay.
And I like to try to break her out of that habit.
All right. So just to give you a quick idea what's going on with that. So it's a 5-month-old dog. So right now the dog's going through a lot of energy looking to play. And one of the things that we always like to tell people is, remember, dogs don't have hands. So the only way they get to interact with you like children get to is to go ahead and nip you a little bit with their teeth, right? So one of the cool things that you can learn is that if the item is no longer moving, the dog no longer wants to bite it. Okay. So the dog is, when they use their mouth to go at things, a lot of times our natural reaction is to pull away, right? Jerk back a little bit. And what that does is it actually causes the dog to go in more. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to freeze. So let's just say the dog is biting our leg, right? The pants. What you want to do is hold your pants dead still, okay? And give your dog the command to release. So let's say drop it, right? So drop it. And you'll watch the dog literally come off little by little. And once the dog does, say, yes, good boy, good girl, and pet the dog. Little by little, the dog will just stop doing it, because every time that it goes to play with you, it actually freezes. And it's not fun anymore, right? Then you go into getting the dog a toy, so the dog can actually be redirected onto something, because the dog at that point in time is going through an energy burst. It wants to play. Right, just like a kid's getting those, they call one of my clients used to call these behaviors zoomies, right? Where it could be taking a nap, and then suddenly it's chasing you around the house, biting your legs and hands, right? So she called them the zoomies. And in that case, what you want to do is just make sure the dog has something to play with. Okay,
redirect her.
Right. So you're gonna have the dog come off the bite, right? So come off the nipping of your pants or something like that. You're gonna reward that behavior, and then now you're gonna go and give the dog a toy or play with the dog in a game of fetch or something of that sort. Make sense?
Okay. Yes, that's good. One other problem, if you get time.
Absolutely.
I used to walk her in the morning about 6:30. She had no problem at all. Now when I take her out, she just drops down and won't go.
Say that again. I'm sorry. You got cut out.
I walk her in the morning about 6:30.
Okay.
And she would walk fine around the block,
Yeah.
And now that I take her out, she'll go a little bit and she just drops down. She won't go anymore. She has had some experience with some dogs chasing her. I think that might have been the problem.
Okay. So what I would do is I'd go back to the beginning. So that you said you went for an entire block. So now what I would do is I would only go one house length and then go back home. And then the next time you go for a walk, go a house length and a half and then go back home. Okay. So you're building up back the distance. So the dog is actually getting a new experience and it's not bad. Right. So right now she's remembering that bad experience, and that's what's causing her to say, hey, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to get chased. I don't want to get beat up or anything like that. It's bullying for dogs. Right. So what you have to do is just rebuild that confidence back in your dog one day at a time, one walk at a time. Hey, we're just going to go to the neighbor's house and we're going to come back. Oh, okay, great. Thanks, Dad. Oh, that was great. So much better, right? No bad experience. And then we're going to go a little bit further. And the dog's going to go, oh, Dad, this is even better. You know, I got a little bit more of a walk, but great experience, you know? So I would definitely go with that.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for your tips.
No problem. You have a great day, sir. And we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with a couple more callers.
A window sale sounds good, but the biggest window sale of the year sounds better. Thompson Creek Window Company's taking 25% off every window during the biggest sale of the year for a limited time. This is Scott Garceau, and here's what you need to know. Design, build, and install, Thompson Creek is the one company that does it all. There's no better time to buy windows for your home. Call 855-57-CREEK right now to take advantage of the lowest prices of the year.
Home sweet home, sweet Thompson Creek.
Hey, Metro PCS and Cricket customers. Are you tired of family plans with data limits? Check out Boost Mobile's best family plan ever. Right now, add a line with unlimited gigs for just $30 a month. Is that an amazing value or what? Even more amazing, you can add up to 4 lines with unlimited gigs for $30 each, all on Boost's crazy fast nationwide network. And did we mention that your first month is free for your new lines? Plus, when you switch, you can get up to 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones. Goodbye, Metro PCS. See you, Cricket. Hello, Boost, and the best family plan ever. What are you waiting for? Visit a Boost mobile store today. Offer ends 6/1/17. Primary line must be on $50 plan. Video streams optimized at 480p plus, music up to 500 kilobits per second, and cloud gaming up to 2 megabits per second. Data deprioritization applies during congestion. 3 month credit for each additional line is $30. Max 4 additional lines. Credit applied at time of activation. Free phone requires port in and activation on $50 plan while supplies last. Coverage and offers not available everywhere. Restrictions apply.
The Preakness Meet at Pimlico breaks from the gate May 11th with live thoroughbred racing Thursday through Sunday. Take home a free gift with racing program purchase on Fan Appreciation Saturday, May 13th, and enjoy a special Mother's Day buffet the following day. Experience Black-Eyed Susan Day, the ultimate girls' day out, Friday, May 19th, and Preakness, the People's Race, the People's Party on Saturday, May 20th. Watch and wager at the Preakness Meet at Pimlico. Odds are you'll have a great time. Visit Pimlico.com.
A night out never felt so good. A happy hour never came together so good. A big game never thrilled so good. Tilted Kilt, a cold beer, never looked so good. Join us as we celebrate the grand opening of our new patio on May 1st and enjoy the new Friday and Saturday evening concert venue. All live from our patio. American Pub Fare with a Celtic twist. Only at the Tilted Kilt on the Avenue at Whitemarsh.
ED pills not working? Call Synergy Health Center at 443-798-2161. That's 443-798-2161.
Rocky is 4 months old and learning new commands with Blue Line Canine Training and Rehabilitation.
Rocky, today we're teaching you your name.
Rocky? I'm a Chihuahua, but okay.
Rocky, next you will learn how to come.
Here I am.
Rocky, now wait at the door.
I'm here. Where we going?
Puppy and off-leash training programs customized to meet your needs with homework assignments for you and your dog.
What? Homework?
Blue Line Canine Training and Rehabilitation. Visit blk9.com.
Are you tired of looking at your outdated garage door, or are you just ready for a change? No problem. Bob's Overhead Door is here to help. Bob's Overhead Door has a wide range of garage door options, so check them out today at bobsohd.com.
American Limousines is your one stop for any event, from big corporate outings to a luxury night out. Call us today at 410-522-0400. That's 410-522-0400, or go to amerlimo.com.
making your life with your best friend the best it can be. This is Dog Talk with Michael J. Solar from Blue Line Canine Training and Rehabilitation. Heard every Sunday morning from 7 to 8. He's got the answers to your questions about your dog's education and training. Now, here's Michael J. Solar and Dog Talk on 105.7 The Fan.